To see a full tour of my Bug Out Moto van, click on the link below or go to the link in the description and comment section of this video. Look who's riding shotgun with me. Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today. Thought I'd do a follow-up review on my Bug Out Moto van 2.0. As you guys know, I went to Wyoming last fall and I was able to test out all the upgraded mods I did to the van. So in this video, I'm going to let you know what worked and didn't work. First off, as you guys see, many of you guys asked me, CycleCruza, does the CBR fit in the van? As you can see here, it fits just nicely. The only drawback is that I can't bring my freezer that I put here on the side. As you guys know, I have an upgraded refrigerator there in the back. But I also use my old refrigerator as a freezer and set it right next to the driver's seat. Unfortunately, the CBR 1000 RR is a little bit too fat, so it won't allow for that. Not a big deal though, because that new upgraded refrigerator that I have in the back holds so much more food. That's all I need really. But right off the jump, that other head unit that I had was really a Chinese head unit. And it turned out to be junk. It stopped producing sound, so I had to take that out, and I got a better Pioneer unit that plays DVDs and runs off the USB drive as well. So also I upgraded the speakers on the door speakers here. I have upgraded to a component set. New 6.5-inch speakers here and a tweeter here. It comes with the crossover, which is in the door. Also, with the GPS unit, instead of running it off of solar, I actually wired it into the power from the head unit, so that when I turn the van on, when the head unit comes on, the GPS comes on. Just because at night, I like to drive at night a lot of times, and I don't want it to run off my batteries in the back. I'd rather have it run off the van. Also, I added a new head unit in the back, but I'm able to pair it with a Sony app on my Samsung Galaxy phone here, so that I can control the head unit, the volume. I can, let me see, we get back here. You can control the tuner, CD player, USB, aux, phone calls. You can do phone calls via voice commands. Even emails, like if I get an email, it'll tell me voice on the system that I have an email, and I can even reply via my voice. What's great about having access to two head units, two stereo systems here, is because this one runs off the van, so when I cut the van off, I can activate, the other head unit that runs off of solar power up front, so I don't have to worry about running the battery down when the van's off. By the way, this phone holster attaches here via the vent, and it can be used for almost any smartphone. It has a button on the bottom there that widens it, and then you just close it together and it grips the smartphone. The voltage meter that I added, absolutely awesome. As I'm driving, I'm able to keep track of what's going on, how my batteries are being, the main two batteries being charged, and that worked out fantastic. I'm thinking about, I'll probably add another voltage meter for the other solar system, probably over here when I get a chance. I just hate taking this dash off. It's a complete pain in the ass on these Chevy Express vans. This one here, as you guys know, I have a switch here that activates SD recorder underneath the counter in the back to all 4 of my surveillance cameras that are around the van that I can turn on anytime. But I just added a flashing red light to notify me that the recording system is on, so that way I don't leave it on and it's running down the batteries in the back. But this is awesome. Even though I didn't use it on my last trip, it's nice to have in case I'm driving, I see an accident or somebody, or I get pulled over or something. It's nice to flip this switch and I can record all around the vehicle of what's going on. This CBR 1000 RR is strapped down a little differently compared to the WR250R. This one I actually use Canyon Dancer cups here that go on the grips of the bike here, and then you just strap them down. I'll include links to everything, by the way, in the description and comment section of this video. So if you want to get these. Hey, look! It's Skiddle-Diddles, my road dog. The Barkless Basenji. How you doing, Skiddle-Diddles? Yeah. She wants to go for a ride. Well, you're gonna have to wait. So I gotta make you disappear. Shazam! This mod was absolutely awesome here. This new lighting system that's on a dial here, where I can actually dim it down to how much lighting I want, and it also reduces power consumption as well. That worked out absolutely fantastic. As you guys know, I do have the backup LED system here that's on this remote. See here, and I can change it to different colors. See, you can change your different color. I didn't even use this though. I don't even really use this anymore. So I just use this much better lighting here with this system. And as you guys know, I have lighting here on the sides here as well. It's hidden right now because the bed is up. But I'll tell you guys that you know, the two solar systems that I have a total of 570 watts, you know, on the roof. Monocrystalline solar panels. One panel's 325, the other one I think is like what, 250 or 245 or something like that. This is one panel charges this 155 amp hour battery, and the 325 monocrystalline solar panel charges these two 155 amp hour deep cycle batteries, which by the way are safe for indoor use. These two solar systems, as you guys know, or at least some of you guys know, is connected to, I have two fuse box systems, one fuse box for each solar system, and this came in really handy when I was out in Wyoming. When I went to Yellowstone, you know, there's a lot of trees, so I didn't really get a lot of solar power, and one of the systems got weak, and I was able to switch over some of my appliances over to the other solar system, and that really helped me out big time. So that was an awesome upgrade. The dual solar system is absolutely awesome, and I highly recommend it for any of you RVers out there or van dwellers, because it's nice to have, if one system fails, you got a backup. And the lighting in the cabinets, absolutely huge excellent mod, very useful. So I didn't have to use flashlights if anything dropped in there. As you guys know, I have lighting on this cabinet as well. And the vacuum, by the way, let me pull this out. This 12-volt vacuum came in really handy. I'll tell you guys that uses very little, doesn't use a lot of power, and it cleans pretty good for a 12-volt vacuum. What else we got here? We got the nets. These screens, custom screens, they attach via Velcro here in the back and on the side door there, so I can have cross ventilation without bugs coming in. That was an absolutely huge mod that came in very effective. That I use, man, I'll tell you, because the first trip I went out, I had tons of flies that would come in all the time. This here I just added, which powers my MacBook Pro via 12-volt outlet. The other one, the cheap one that I had, it burned out on me out in Wyoming, so I just purchased this one. This plugs in here, and then you can plug this into your it comes with the iPad plug-in and also a MacBook Pro plug-in. Like I said, if you want to get this and the other stuff that I mentioned in this video, go to my website, or excuse me, go to the description and comment section of this video. But all of the mods that I've done on this van, go to my website, CycleCruza.com, click on the menu tab, my van stuff, and that's links to nearly everything I use to build this setup. So anything I don't mention here or you don't see in the description section, go to my website and it's listed there. I had to get a new head unit here for the back because that Kenwood unit that I had The display went bad on me. But I got a better unit here that I mentioned earlier there that pairs with a smartphone and allows me to control all the functions of the radio on my smartphone up front. So that way, effectively, I have two stereo systems to work with up front in the driver's seat. And I also had to get rid of that Fosgate amp that I had up here. That didn't work out too good. It got too hot and then it would go into protect mode. So I ended up replacing it here with this much better amp. This is a CT Sounds, which is the same brand name of the component speaker set that I have on the doors up front. Also, the new pots that I bought, I'll tell you guys, this was an absolutely awesome set that I added here to this van, because I tell you, those stainless steel pans that I had, it used a ton of water to clean them, so I'd run out of water much faster. These are really nice. I tell you guys, stuff would just slide right out of the pan, so I just put a little drop of water in there and wipe it down to clean it. So that saved a lot of water usage. And also I was able to use this pan as a strainer, as you can see there. It allows you to strain it, so that way I don't have to carry a strainer. And that worked out absolutely awesome. This cabinet, I'll tell you guys, this is one of the best mods I've done to this, because it carried so much stuff. You guys saw all that food that I carried in here. I put a lot of clothes here. And as you guys know, I put my clothes up here on the bottom of the bed, fold down bed. Absolutely awesome. Laptop holder. This is tremendous upgrade. Tell you guys, absolutely worked out perfect. It saved so much space. That I forgot to mention in the last review video, is I did shave these speaker boxes at an angle, shaved it down here, so that when the bed is down, I can hear the music a lot better, and that worked out absolutely fantastic. The new solar chargers here, this one here, which is a 40 amp solar charger, and this one, I think, what is it, a 20 amp solar charger here. These are absolutely awesome. Low profile, it has many more features. You're able to dial it in a lot better than that other one that I had, so that worked out absolutely great. Of course, as you guys know, the batteries I've had all the way since I built this van, and they've been absolutely fantastic. Provided all the power that I needed in this van. What else did I add here? Oh, the refrigerator here. Tell you guys, this refrigerator, this ARB refrigerator, absolutely awesome. Carried so much stuff, so much. Man, I tell you, I could have gone probably like a month with all the food that I stored in here, and that other refrigerator that I use as a freezer that I had sitting right there next to the bike. But this thing, really quiet, worked really. It sips energy. It doesn't use a lot of energy, and absolutely awesome. And also, the weather station that I added here was very instrumental as well, because it has this remote that I put in there. And I also put it in the freezer that I had in the last trip, and I'm able to see the temperature, which currently I don't have the refrigerator on, but it will give me the temperature there, and then the second unit as well, which I don't have that one there. So, but this was really awesome. I really loved having this, because it was like a little night light for me too, you know, at night, and I could just look up. I could, by the color of it, I can see how it is outside. Blue it's cold outside. It has different shades of colors to tell you how the temperature is outside. Awesome upgrade. This is hardwired into the solar system. It stays on all the time. Highly recommend this weather station. Some people complain with butane stoves that, you know, they use the cans of butane. You just put it in here. If it's too cold outside, they say it won't light. But in my case, I went to Yellowstone, and I mean, it got down to temps as low as like 25 degrees, and I was able to cook. I never had a problem with it at all. And a can of butane would last me like 8 days. It lasted me cooking 2 times a day. Actually, I'll tell you, on the last trip and this trip, I think I didn't use any more than 2 or 3 cans of butane, and they only cost like $1.25 a can. The fans were absolutely fantastic. As you guys know, it's hardwired into my system. and you can move these all around, position them, and that worked really awesome, you know, on those hot nights. Excellent mod, highly recommend these dual fans. And you know, I've always had this, the hand pump here with the 5 gallons of reverse osmosis water with the hand pump. That's awesome. As you guys know, I have a 7-gallon container of water with the water heating element here. It takes about 2 or 3 hours to heat the water up. That worked great on my trip out to, you know, to Wyoming. It got really cold out there. Like I said, it got down to 25 degrees. But what you know, like I told you guys, when I heat up the van with my heater buddy here, it has those small propane canisters, and that really heats up the van nice for about a good 4 or 5 hours. You know, on my trip, I didn't even take a shower. I did all my washing up at the sink. As you guys know, I have a hose that comes out here. Just put it up here and take this off here. And then I have the water pump. Just flip this switch and it pulls water from out of the tank there, and I can wash up at the sink. And that's, I tell you, that's been that was really, it's one of the best mods in this van that allows me to be able to sit on my bed and actually wash up at the sink, do a full body wash. And as you guys know, I have the 2 dispensers there. One has soap and one lotion, and I of course have my mirror to shave with. So yeah, I didn't have any issues with washing up. You know, the first trip I did take a shower. Actually, the shower uses less water, believe it or not, than washing up at the sink, because I can knock out like a couple minute shower in the back of the van here. Okay, the bed down, as you can see, it comes down nicely, even with the CBR 1000 RR in the Bug Out Moto van. The weather station there came in really handy on the last trip. I bought it mainly for the clock function, so that when I wake up I see the time, you know, and I'll be able to see what the temperature is right off the bat waking up. So that was really nice. Also, what's nice is having this remote to the inverter, which I don't have to crawl underneath the bed anymore, and I just press the button here and it activates, turns on the inverter, so I can flip out the TV and turn on the surveillance cameras or the TV. As you can see, that TV antenna that has a magnetic base is very small. It goes on the roof. That is really nice. I was pulling up a lot of TV channels out there on the road, guys. As you can see, check it out. Look here, nice and clear. I get like 40 channels, I think, here in where I'm at in Cleveland right now. Fold this back and turn the inverter off, and put the remote back. Nice and convenient. As I told you guys, this is a switch where to activate the recorder, so it records the cameras, you know, surveillance cameras activity that's going on around the van. I also want to give you an update review on the CycleCruza motorcycle cover that I used to fully encase my motorcycle in the van. The reason why I chose this cover is that it fully encases the bike. You actually zip the bike in. The cover has exhaust vents, and I use activated charcoal sheets over those exhaust vents so that it absorbs any of the motorcycle smells. But I also put a non-vented gas cap on the motorcycle, and also put these pouches of activated charcoal inside the bag with the motorcycle. And that completely eliminated any motorcycle smells. And of course, I do have my vents in the roof, where one vent brings in air and the other vent exhausts air. So absolutely perfect setup, no motorcycle smells. As far as that awesome awning that I added to my van, I didn't even get a chance to use it because I had to cut my trip short, unfortunately. But whenever I get a chance to use it, I will certainly give you an update on it. But I really like this awning, man. I love that you can add the 3-wall set, which I have the 3-wall set, and it turns it into a room. So I can actually store my bike like a garage on the side of my vans. The links to all the mods that I've done in this van, all the items, best to go to my website, CycleCruza.com. But if you want to see more of my videos, go to my website, CycleCruza.com. Click on the menu tab, My Videos. All my videos are categorized in various playlists. And one of the playlists that I have is My Van Videos. So that's all my van stuff. Playlist for that. So if you want to check all that out, it makes navigation through my videos so much easier because I have like 850 something videos now. I tell you guys, this van has been an absolutely dream come true. Absolutely love it. But that's all I have for you guys. So until next time, catch you guys later. Hey, don't forget to check out my other YouTube channel that features the original Bug Out Moto van that is designed and built by yours truly so that I can live in my van with my motorcycle. So hey, check me out at youtube.com/Bug Out Moto. Subscribe today.